All right, today we're diving into a tool that's been making some serious waves. It was first shown off as Claudebot, but it's just been officially released as Moltbot. Now, the big idea here is that it's designed to be a digital employee, one that literally works around the clock, shipping new features for your business. So let's break down how it actually does that. I mean, just think about that for a second. What if you could have an AI that actually builds new features for your business while you're sleeping? We're not just talking about an AI that can answer some questions. We're talking about one that's actively working on your projects, finding opportunities, and literally writing the code for you, all before you've even had your morning coffee. And that's really the point we need to hammer home. This isn't just about checking your email or summarizing a document. This is about running your business with actual AI employees. The whole promise here is a completely new level of leverage, where solopreneurs and founders can have an autonomous agent building, researching, and creating for them 24/7.
Now, that is a huge promise, I know. So talk is cheap. Let's look at a concrete example of this thing actually building a business out in the real world. This is a direct quote from a developer named Alex Finn, and it's just wild. He literally woke up, checked his computer, and there was a message from his AI employee, which he calls Henry, basically saying, "Hey, while you were asleep, I went ahead and developed a whole new feature for your software app, Creator Buddy. You might want to check it out."
So how in the world did this actually happen? Well, it was a completely autonomous workflow. The AI, Henry, started by just monitoring X, looking for what was trending. It saw all the buzz around Elon Musk offering $1 million for articles and figured, hey, there's a business opportunity here. So on its own, it coded a brand new article writing feature right into the app. And then the final step, it created a pull request, which is basically developer speak for, hey, the code is ready for a human to review before we push it live. This entire creative and technical process happened overnight with zero human input. It's just mind-blowing. Okay, so a result like that is absolutely incredible, right? But it doesn't just happen by flipping a switch. The real key to unlocking this kind of power is all in how you set it up from the very beginning.
You see, this tool's greatest strength is its memory. Unlike your typical chatbot that forgets everything the second you close the window, this thing remembers everything. It learns from every single interaction. And to make it really effective, you have to feed it as much information as you possibly can. Think of it like onboarding a new employee.
And I mean deep context. You give it your business details, sure, but also your long-term goals and dreams. You feed it links to your YouTube channel, your blog, all your content. You even tell it about your hobbies, your interests, even your relationship status. The more personal and business context it has, the better it can anticipate what you need and actually start to think for you. Now this right here, this is the absolute game changer. This is the prompt you give it. And notice, it's not a task, it's a mission statement. You're setting the entire expectation for your relationship. You're saying, look, I don't want a passive tool that just sits there waiting for me to tell it what to do. I want a proactive employee that takes initiative. I want to wake up surprised by how much you got done. You're defining the job from day one. And here's another huge mental shift. Instead of just barking orders at the AI, you have to interview it. You ask it open-ended questions like this one. What can you do for me? By doing this, you're forcing the AI to look at all that context you provided and suggest things you might not have even thought of. This is how you uncover its true potential and find those unknown unknowns.
Okay, so once you've got that set up right, you can start building some really advanced workflows. And the key here isn't just using one big AI model for everything, but actually having a whole team of specialized AIs working together.
The best way to think about it is like this. You need to use the right tool for the job. You use a really powerful, creative model like Claude Opus for all the brain work, strategy, planning, coming up with ideas. But for the heavy lifting, the muscle work, like actually writing thousands of lines of code, you tell it to use a specialized coding model like Codex. It's way more efficient and it keeps you from burning through your API limits on the really expensive models. And this is where it gets just ridiculously powerful. You can create an entire production pipeline run by a team of these AI agents. So imagine you finish recording a video, you save the file to your computer. Instantly, a file watcher agent sees it. It hands it off to an audio agent, which rips the full transcript. Then a text agent reads that transcript and automatically creates all your YouTube chapters. And finally, a vision agent generates a custom thumbnail for the video. Your entire post-production process completely automated just from saving a single file. So as you can see, this stuff is incredibly powerful, but we have to remember it's still very early stage technology. So before you jump in, it is absolutely essential to understand the risks and the practical side of getting it all set up.
Okay, let's talk safety, because this is super important. Prompt injection is a real danger. A malicious email or a tricky tweet could literally fool your AI into doing something bad. So you have to be so careful about the data it can access. The best practice? Do not give it access to your main accounts. Not your primary Twitter, not your bank, nothing critical. Create a brand new, separate email just for the AI and never, ever log into anything important on the machine that it's running on.
Now, you've basically got two main options for how to run this. You could use a cloud server, which is probably the fastest and cheapest way to get started. But honestly, the recommended path is to use a local machine, something like a Mac Mini. This gives you total control over the whole environment. You can watch what the AI is doing in real time. And frankly, it's just a much better way to actually learn how this technology really works under the hood.
So that recommended setup, a new Mac Mini, is going to set you back around $600. And yeah, I know, that might sound like a lot for a piece of software, but you have to completely reframe how you think about this. This is not a Netflix subscription. It's not an entertainment expense. It is a capital investment. You can't compare the $600 to a monthly subscription. You have to compare it to the cost of hiring a human developer, which can be thousands and thousands of dollars every single month. This is a one-time investment for a tireless 24/7 employee. It's an asset for your business.
Okay, that was a lot to cover, so let's put it all together and quickly run through the key takeaways from all this.
So here's what you need to remember. First, tools like Moltbot can act as a genuinely proactive 24/7 AI employee. Second, success is all about the setup. You have to give it deep context and set that expectation for a proactive relationship right from the start. Third, use different models for their strengths. Think brains and muscle. Fourth, you can automate incredibly complex parts of your business by chaining these AI agents together. And finally, and maybe most importantly, start safely. Use a local machine and be super strict about limiting its access to any of your critical accounts.
Like, this technology is just getting started. It has only been available to the public for a few weeks. But when a single person can deploy an autonomous agent that codes and researches and strategizes for them around the clock, well, that just completely changes the definition of what it means to scale a business. So the question I want to leave you with is this. With tools like this now in the wild, what does the future of a one-person business even look like anymore?